Well guys, we are all loaded up. You guys probably see the NC back there. We are headed to the dyno. We had some trouble for sure. Just like cutting it so close as always. You know, you guys know that if you have performance cars, it's always just like, I don't know why. I personally, I guess I wait till the last minute, but like had a small coolant leak, so I didn't think I was gonna make this appointment, and I was like, dude, this stinks, man. So, but we got it dialed. It's not leaking anymore. Cross our fingers, guys, that this goes super well today. You know, stuff can happen, but we are loaded up. We are headed there. I think we're probably gonna be like 30 minutes late, so, but they said it's okay. So big shout out to DBW for that, Doug. I'm sure if you ever see this, I appreciate it, man. They're awesome. But we got loaded up. This is the first time I'm towing with a Toyota Tacoma. We're in the Tacoma right now. So the U-Haul trailer is a little heavy. If we had a aluminum trailer, it'd be really dialed. But we're gonna see how it goes. We still have like 30 minutes to go here. And then we should be there. We'll unload and we'll get started, guys. So cross your fingers, but I'll get back with you guys once we are there. Well boys, we are here, about to unload it. The Tacoma did good, but let's get her unloaded and ready to go. Well guys, you guys can see that we are not in the Tacoma, and this is a completely different day. Everything can't be easy. We dropped the car off to get tuned, as you guys saw, and that day I guess I misconfigured the map sensor. So I have the 4 bar for the gauge, and then I removed the stock 3 bar map sensor that came with the Fab 9 GT kit, and I wasn't thinking that we need a map sensor for the ECU to communicate. That was my bad. So we couldn't tune the car that day, so we left the car here. I brought the sensor over and then reinstalled it on the car. And I missed my dyno session that day, so we had to tune the car, put it on the dyno like 2 days later, and then the car started having basically like fueling issues. So we thought it might be a ground, we thought it might be the fuel pump. So we checked all the grounds, and we actually added extra grounds to the car, made sure the battery's good, and then also we checked the fuel pressure, and it was given like 60 psi. It was good to go, so that was out of the way. We were thinking cams, maybe the cams are messed up, but there's no airs there. But basically what's happening is the car doesn't want to, it just breaks up under low RPM when trying to, like, obviously when you're on the dyno and stuff, trying to tune it. So the tuner, he's never seen this before. Like, he's tuned multiple 2.5 Turbo NCs. So I am bringing over the injectors right now from the 2.5 that came with the motor, and then which are stock, and then I have my old 500cc injectors. And basically I'm just gonna go install the stock 2.5 injectors, and then we also have the 500s to try as well, because I think that's like the next thing, is just maybe the injectors, I don't know, possibly could be bad. They're brand new, maybe not. Just kind of trial and error. So we're gonna go install these 2.5 injectors, the stock ones, and then we're gonna put like a base map back on the car. Maybe it's like the old tune that was on the car. I'm not sure. It's just kind of like digging away, like what could be the possibilities. So we're bringing those over. We're gonna install them. I won't film on installing those just because I want to get it done, get it knocked out. Yeah, guys. Like I said, nothing could be easy. Definitely wish me luck with the car. I definitely want to see it tuned. I want to see it ripping, but things happen, and we're gonna keep our heads up, and I think this thing's gonna rip pretty soon, but we'll see. Well guys, we got the injector swapped out to the stock 2.5 liter injectors. We have the 800s and 500s in this box over here for beach work, but like I was saying, we have I guess it's a fueling issue. So basically, like, the car starts, it like has fuel pressure. We checked all the grounds, has 60 psi of fuel pressure. So it's not the pump, it's not the cams or anything like that either, because it looks good. There's no codes or errors coming back from it. So our next thing would be is the injectors, or maybe even the harness or something like that. So we swapped back the 2.5 injectors, and then we're gonna go from there to see maybe if the brand new 800s are bad, because the 500s worked before, so we have those as well to try. But we're gonna try these, and then we'll probably flash like a stock base map. We're gonna try that as well. Maybe it's just the current tune that's on the car. So we're kind of just diagnosing it all together. But we got the stock injectors back in. You can see those, the white little stripes on them. But I'm gonna have to head out for now. But Doug is gonna let me know. He's gonna try to flash like a base map on it, see if these injectors work, see if the car still has the same sputtering aspect, very low RPMs and not wanting to idle. But then we'll go from there. So it has actually been a while since I've made a video, and I've had a lot of questions. What happened to the NC? What's going on? I know that it was actually going to the dyno, Well, we had a lot of stuff happen with the car, a lot of minor issues when we brought it to get it dyno tuned, and we had a bad math. We thought we had a tip-in issue basically, and we thought it could have been, it wasn't getting fuel, so we changed out the injectors a little bit and went back to stock, tried that out, and then realized it was just an easy math change. So car has a brand new math in it, and then once we did that, then we were able to actually get a full dyno tune on it. So this thing's dyno tuned, it is ready to go. But the other thing that we still do have wrong with the car, it pops up with a crank sensor circuit error. If you guys have ever, or if you're familiar with that, definitely comment down below. I'm still trying to figure it out and diagnose it. We went through the entire car, went through the entire harness, and we still have a P0335 is the code, and this car still has it, and it basically makes the car at low RPM and idle. It kind of idles rough, and then getting on the gas at low RPM, below 2,000 RPMs, it just doesn't like it. So went through the entire harness, it looks good. We actually replaced the crank sensor with a non-OEM one, and it worked to dyno tune it. We actually changed it at the dyno shop, and that actually allowed us to dyno it. It worked for like 3 days, and then now it's back to the same issue. So I have a OEM crank sensor on order, and that's what we're gonna try. But for now, the car is dyno tuned. It makes a pretty good bound power and what I was looking for. So let's go ahead and talk about that.
Well guys, so you guys know that I bought this thing probably, it's been about a year and a half now. So I bought it as a 2.0, and then immediately, probably a week after, I took it for a drive and blew up the 2.0. So as you guys see here, I'm showing you guys that we put a 2.5 in it. For those of you that haven't been following along, it is a Fab 9 GT kit, so it has a 2860R turbo. It's a pretty small turbo for the 2.5, but it was perfect for the 2.0. But it made some pretty good power, and it's extremely responsive. But overall, the swap was pretty simple. It just took a little bit longer, as you know, we had some mishaps of me breaking my wrist and stuff. But we finally got it done, and overall, the swap was pretty easy, like I mentioned, and the car made some really good power.
Like I said, the car actually did get dynoed, and it made some pretty good power. It actually made 290 wheel and 270 torque. This is on a Mustang dyno, so if you convert that into DynoJet, it's gonna be about 315 wheel horsepower. So that's kind of where I was thinking it would be, 315, 320. That's what I've seen other people make. So I think it's pretty solid, and like I said, if I want to actually make more power, we'll go ahead and jump up to a 2871R turbo, and in the car would probably easily make 360 plus wheel. And right now I've only driven the car home from the dyno shop and then just on the street a little bit, and it's very quick. The NA right here makes about 260 wheel, and that's probably makes like maybe 200, 210 torque, so it's not a lot. This thing's pretty quick, but this thing really puts you in your seat. It's nothing crazy, or like probably like Phillips Turbo K24, but this thing definitely lays some marks on the street. It spins first and second, like as it makes 270 torque, probably around 3,700 RPM. So you're making 270 instantly, basically with the 2860 spool super quick. So
So I just wanted to show you guys, here is the dyno sheet. You guys can see it's 287, 269, so if you round up just a little bit, 290, 270 torque, and those are some pretty good numbers and some pretty good graph lines there that you can see. The car makes really good power. It's really responsive, and like I was mentioning, if I went up to the 2871R turbo, the 2.5 would make a lot more power, and the turbo would fit the 2.5 a lot better. But overall, we were able to successfully do a 2.5 swap. I know that we still have the CEL check engine light that I was talking about before, and we're in the process of actually fixing that. You can see that I was showing you guys that I did buy a Blackbird Fabrics roll bar. So this thing is coming along. We're one issue away from actually being able to, fully pass emissions and actually be street legal. But overall, the car runs and drives. It sounds really amazing. And so let's go ahead. I really want to show you guys what the car sounds like.
As you guys can see, like I was saying, we still have that code, and as you guys saw in startup too, it had a little bit of issues, which is that P0335, which is the crank sensor. So, well, we got those gauges in there too. I showed you guys that before, but oil pressure, we had an SCG-1 gauge in there, which is super nice. But yeah, like I said, it runs really good. It's kind of odd with this code, it keeps popping up, but hopefully the OEM crank sensor will fix that. Like I said, I checked the wiring, and also I checked if it's on the 5th tooth. It didn't skip timing. We don't have any timing issues or anything like that, so hopefully the OEM crank sensor fixes it. If not, we're gonna have to dig deeper. But yeah, guys, she is running, driving, tuned. We just have to fix that crank sensor, and she's gonna be ready to rip. So definitely comment down below if you guys are excited. You've been following along for almost a year now that this thing has been getting built, and we're at some boosted 2.5 content coming you guys' way. I can't wait to start making videos with this thing. Next video that you guys see is hopefully we fix the crank sensor, and then we're gonna be doing some driving on the street with this thing, so you guys will be able to hear the Turbo 2.5 sing and be ripping on the streets. So definitely smash that like button, and I'm excited this thing's up and running and tuned. But definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, guys. See you in the next one. little spin right there.